Hey everyone, this is Demari. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today I'm doing the April 2020 Shadow Work Tarot reading for the sign of Cancer. Now please keep in mind this is a general reading, so it's not going to apply to each and every one of you. However, you can take a look at this month's reading in regards to your Sun, Moon, Rising and Venus placements, okay? So if you're aware of your corresponding zodiac signs, you can take a look at those placements and see which video's title resonates with you the most intuitively. So just to let you know, I will be pulling two main energies from the Dark Mirror Oracle deck that's being revealed at this time by the Shadow Self. Then I'll use the Wild Unknown Tarot in order to get more information as to how this can apply to your current circumstances. And then followed by the Intuitive Tarot in order to provide further clarification. Okay, so I just want to say a big thank you to everyone that's been following, that's been commenting, subscribing, and even sharing my videos. It means so much to me having you a part of my little growing online community. So thank you so much for your support. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video and for really sharing your thoughts and how it relates to your circumstances. It means the world to me that you're sharing your story with me as well. So thank you so much. Okay, so I'm going to get stuck in and see what are the main energies that the shadow's revealing at this time. What is it that needs to be addressed in order to be healed and then released? Interesting. Alright, so Cancer. First card you got was the child I was meant to be. Hopefully you can see that without too much reflection on it. Okay, so this is really talking about the inner child work, right? So healing the inner child. That's what's kind of taking place here at this time. I feel like you've already started this process, right? I feel like you are tapping into this energy more. I think you understand that there are some issues stemming back from your childhood that need addressing, that needs healing. And that part of yourself, that innocent, playful, loving aspect of yourself needs to be nurtured so it can blossom and come to the surface again, right? Because you may have felt like you've had to repress this part of yourself for quite some time because of some difficult circumstances that you had to navigate. So maybe your more logical aspect has been taking the forefront, taking the lead, right? In order to navigate you through these difficult circumstances. But now it's really a time to allow this energy to really blossom and come to the surface. So you may need to look at doing some inner child work, in terms of healing that part of yourself so it can flourish again. Okay. And next you have I Won't Cry For You. So this is really talking about releasing energies of the past, the things that caused pain, right? Particularly when it comes to the inner child, okay, that part of yourself. Because I feel like I said, you've been through a lot. There's a lot you've had to process. You may have had a series of disappointments, a lot of situations that left you feeling betrayed, hurt, abandoned, unloved, things of that nature that really hurt you. You really felt that in your heart space, and you're having to heal that. I feel like the wounds that you're healing are very deep and emotional, right? So you're getting to this, you've reached this point where you're not willing to shed any more of your blood, sweat and tears, over any situation. You see how she's holding the last vial there of her blood tears, right? This is what it's talking about. It's like, my parting gift is this, but that's all you're getting from me at this point. You can keep it. You can keep my pain. I don't want it anymore, and I'm walking away. Pretty much that's the energy here. So you're definitely in the process of release. You're coming to that space of acceptance, I feel. You may not be fully there yet, but you're getting there. Okay, you're on that path. You're almost at that point. And once you are, then you can start really doing this work, okay? So the important thing for you right now, mostly, is to release yourself from this situation. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do your tarot layout now. But the interesting thing as well is that when I was pre-shuffling these cards for you, what I really saw and felt was this really beautiful new beginning that's coming in pretty fast. I feel like you are feeling more optimistic than you have been in a long, long time, Cancer, right? That despite all these difficulties and challenges, you know, you are feeling more hopeful. I think you know that good things are on the horizon, that things are changing, you know, so you're staying very optimistic, you're staying very hopeful, which is good, right? Because before you may have felt a bit like, you know, it's like nothing ever changes, right? It's just the same bullshit. And, you know, I just find myself entangled with these people who, you know, are not there for me, that don't truly care for me, that are deceptive, you know. But I felt like you've learned some really powerful lessons there that will stop you falling into those same pitfalls, right? So things are changing. So let's have a look in regards to the tarot. So the first card you got was the Four of Cups in reverse, water energy, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Now this is saying really that I had to make you uncomfortable for a reason. If I didn't make you uncomfortable, then you would not grow in the way you need to. You would not learn the lessons that are needed. You would not have the emotional strength and balance, you know, required to navigate this path that you're on. So I had to push you outside of your comfort zone. I had to make you realize where you may have been downplaying your worth, downplaying your power, downplaying what it is that you have to offer, because of how you perceive others perceiving you, right? It's that kind of energy. So yeah, this is it. This is literally like, I'm feeling like the universe saying, you had to learn the hard way, pretty much. I had to show you, teach you these important lessons. And yes, I know it hurt you emotionally, but it's actually building you in the long run. And it's helping you to heal those past wounds, and it's helping you to realize your true value, right? And what you bring to the table, so that you don't continue to fall into these toxic cycles with people that leave you in this kind of energy, right? Okay. Next you have the Mother of Pentacles. So this is Queen of Pentacles energy, Earth energy, Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. So I feel like you may be dealing with an earth sign, but I feel like more than anything, this is you. This is you kind of understanding that you are incredibly nurturing, incredibly dependable, you know, strong, independent, nurturing, supportive, very caring, very compassionate, very empathetic. You know, you have all the motherly qualities. That's why it's the Mother of Pentacles, right? And she's even got her baby there. People rely on you. People depend on you. They look up to you even because you are sturdy, because you are stable, because, you know, even if your circumstances around you may not feel stable right now, you are stable. You are like a rock, you know. And yes, you might be emotionally pulled at times, but that doesn't change your core values. That doesn't change your principles. That doesn't change how you feel and how you want to approach life, right? That at the heart of it all, you still care about the same things, and you still, you know, show kindness and compassion to those who, particularly those who need it, right? Even though you may feel like you need it yourself. So again, that says a lot about your character and why people flock to you, both those who have something very positive to share with you and those who are coming with their baggage in order to teach you something, right? It might sound a bit harsh the way I'm wording it, but it's true, you know, because we've all got our baggage and we all play karmic roles in various people's lives, right? So you're gonna have both aspects coming into your life, right, for different reasons. Next you have the Seven of Swords, okay? So air energy, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. This is talking about deception. And I think you're waking up to the deception. I think more than anything, this is self-deception. There may have previously been a little bit of manipulation on your part because you were emotionally hurt. There was a lot of emotional turmoil. So you were trying to make others see how much they've hurt you, how wounded you are, and how unacceptable it is to behave in the way they did or to treat you as they had or whatever. So you may be, not even manipulation, I feel like it's a strong word, but you might be just like trying to find a way to get back at them, almost like revenge, right? But you're kind of like, yeah, this, I would say it's more like almost vengeful energy, like, but you're kind of, yeah, I feel like there is some self-deception tied to that though. Because I think, you know, as much as you have been hurt and you want to make those people see the effects of that, and, you know, you want some kind of karmic justice from the situation. I think you know deep down that it's not going to do you any favors. It's just going to keep you trapped in the situation. It's going to keep you trapped in this low frequency, right? And you don't want that. You want to move forward. So, you know, that's not going to serve you in the long run, you know, you wanting to get back at them and show them what they've done, you know, you're better off just walking away from it. Okay. So next you have the Chariot. So this is your energy, Cancer. This is you in your full glory, okay? Guided by the moon. You see how the moon is like in the third eye, right, of this beautiful horse? You know, this horse, like even though it's a horse, I really associate with like unicorn energy because of the pentagram, the moon and the sun. This is like a mythical being, a creature that is highly spiritual, that's operating in the material and astral plane, that is very clear, is very focused, is directed. You know, its energy is directed in one single direction. And it's being supported from the energy of the sun, right? So yeah, while it's being guided by the moon. So yeah, very, very powerful energy. This is talking about moving forward. This is, you know, being aware that there is nothing to go back to. There's no point looking back. You're not going that way. Moving forward, right? Very, very powerful. So you've kind of been knocked out of your comfort zone in order to align you to your true north. And I think you know that, and that's why you're not, even though as much as, you know, your bruised ego is a little bit tempted to want to try and go back and say this and say that and do that and show them. But you know that's not where you're going and that's not going to serve you. So while there is that temptation there for that, you're just still moving forward, which is great. So next you have the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, so more earth energy. Yeah, I think you realize where you've been invested so much in your connections and in other people and other things. But I think you're starting to realize how you may have not been investing enough time into yourself. There may be certain areas that require some real development. You know, for example, if you've not been taking care of your health, if you're not eating right, if you're not sleeping right, if you're not exercising, if you're not doing the things you enjoy, if you're not having time to yourself for quiet contemplation, meditation, things like that, that's going to affect you. That's going to bring your energy down. And I think you're really realizing that, you know, and where, you know, certain aspects of your life is taking a hit. So this pause that we're all experiencing on some level is actually quite good for you, Cancer, because it's giving you the time to reflect and realize what needs your attention, what needs, you know, more of your time, attention, and energy in order to bring you into full alignment, to feel like you're operating at your best, right? So there's going to be some aspect in your life that needs taking a look at, you know, investing some more time into. And I feel like you're going to be feeling in one of your energy centers, you know, your chakra alignment. I feel like one aspect of your chakra is going to be feeling off right now, and that's going to be tied to whatever aspect of your life needs addressing. Okay, so maybe have a look at that also. Next you have the Nine of Swords. Okay, so more air energy. Again, this is talking about getting caught up, feeling like shit, to put it to put it bluntly, you know, feeling like absolute shit, feeling drained, defeated, anxious, stressed, you know, feeling lost, confused, right? It's all of that, you know, being stuck in your head and just it all mixing up inside. Your emotions just getting tangled in these, you know, negative thought patterns, right? And it's because of this energy, you know, because there's still some part of you is like wanting to lash out, as I said, you know, because you feel like through you there's something that's not been revealed, or there's something that was hidden from you, or something that was not right, some lie that you haven't uncovered, or you haven't had some clarity in some situation, and it's really bothering you to the point where you feel like you can't let it lie. And that's where there's this temptation to retaliate or get some kind of revenge, or to lash out, or to communicate and try and find out, or go, like I said, some kind of manipulation where you're trying to, you know, do like some undercover work to try and find out what the hell this secret or this deception is, because you feel like you don't have all the facts yet. But I think you're still going to come to that space where you realize that it might just simply not be worth it. Like, why waste your energy on something that's no longer in your life, or that's no longer resonating at the frequency you're on, right? It doesn't make sense. Sometimes it's better to just let sleeping dogs lie, as they say, right? Just to let it go. Because it's not going to bring you the happiness you're looking for anyway. Okay, you might get some closure, but at what cost? You know, is it worth sacrificing this new, beautiful path that you're headed on, potentially, for the sake of an answer that's not going to necessarily bring you any inner peace, right? So that's what you need to ask yourself in relation to this Cancer. You know, and only you can make that decision. After all, you're the only one who knows your situation as well, right? Okay, so in regards to the Four of Cups in reverse, you have the King of Swords and you have the Ace of Swords. Okay, so we have a very strong, divine, masculine air energy here. So you could be dealing with an air sign, but either way, I feel like, yeah, you had to be steered off course in order for you to gain the clarity that is needed for you to understand truly what is taking place here, what it is that you're trying to leave behind, what it is that's being cut out of your life, right? That doesn't serve the purpose, that isn't going to help you move forward, right? So it was necessary for you to go through certain circumstances in order to get you to this point where you'll be strong enough and willing to walk away completely and to really choose yourself and nurturing this energy over this and what you're leaving behind, right? In order to go after this passionate new beginning, in order to manifest some serious changes in your life, okay? So clarifying the Mother of Pentacles here, you have the King of Cups, so we've got your energy on the table as well here, Cancer, okay? King of Cups, the Ace of Pentacles, I like that a lot, and you have the Death card in reverse, Scorpio energy. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio even, but anyway, either way, you know, there is an opportunity here for true abundance, okay? Beautiful, beautiful energy, beautiful opportunity that's coming, a golden opportunity that's being offered by the universe, because you're taking this the high path, right? The more ascendant path in this situation. you're going to be rewarded essentially. It's like, I see you, Cancer. I see how much you've matured and grown from all of this. I see how you're so much more balanced when it comes to your emotions, and you're handling it much better. You're understanding, from these valuable lessons, right? How important it is to set boundaries, how important it is, in order to reciprocate, and, for all of those things that you've learned, right? You've kind of changed as a result. And as such, boom, you have a new beginning coming. As soon as you just allow certain situations to fall by the wayside, I feel like there's nothing in particular you have to axe out at this point. Certain things are going to just fall away over time. It's not something you have to rush. The process is already underway. You just have to step in this energy, Cancer. You just need to be emotionally grounded, very clear on what it is that you want, set your boundaries, still love unconditionally whilst having those boundaries. And move forward towards this beautiful new beginning, right? And don't be afraid to show yourself some, self-love at this time as well. That's going to be really, really important for you. But I love this, okay? It's like I said, all this effort that you've put into your situations and, dealing with various aspects and nurturing different connections is going to come back. So that's really nice. Okay. In regards to the Seven of Swords here, you have the Queen of Cups in reverse, so again your energy, and the Nine of Wands. So you have the King and Queen here, so you could very much feel like this, whatever this situation you was dealing with was definitely a karmic situation. Again, it taught you some very valuable life lessons about, toxic relationships, or not setting boundaries, falling into old patterns of behavior that's toxic or detrimental to your happiness, right? Things like that. It's going to be different for each and every one of you. But I think you realize that, that you don't want to be in this energy anymore, that you don't want to feel like you're constantly being restricted from being able to offer your love, unfiltered. As much as it's important that you've learned that you must create boundaries, you don't want to feel like you're having to hold back your emotions and operate on a more shallow level, right? Simply because it's easier. That's not what you want, and you realize what you're not willing to accept. You're not willing to accept, small nothings, right? Just pretty words that don't amount to much else, right? You know what it is you want. You want an emotional connection. You want to know that the love is flowing back and forth, right? Because you're done. You're so tired from fighting these same battles, right? And you're afraid that you're going to fight the same ones over and over, that nothing's going to change. You're going to find yourself in this perpetual loop of meeting someone and, finding out that it's exactly the same scenario, just with a different face, right? But again, that's not necessarily the case. I feel like this is your fear coming out. That's where the self-deception is. You might be talking yourself into manifesting that if you're not careful, if you allow your fear of that to take over. So just be aware of that. I think also you want to know whether or not this person that you was dealing with, possibly even very recently, was sincere, because you have the suspicion that they weren't being sincere, that they didn't actually want to offer you something more, right? So you wanted to clarify that, and you feel like you need to investigate that. But I feel like at this point, it might not even be worth it, Cancer, but it's up to you, right? So clarifying the Chariot here. You have the Ace of Swords in reverse, and you have the Knight of Wands in the upright, so fire energy. Could be dealing with a fire sign. I mean, we're going to have almost everyone here by the looks of it, but yeah, you're moving forward. It's like, you know what? I don't care. Like, what does the truth matter at this point anyway? because it doesn't change the fact that I'm moving on, I'm moving forward. It doesn't change anything. So what the hell do I need to stress myself about at this point regarding whatever it is that the situation truly is, or what they truly thought, or what actually happened, or whatever. You're just like, it doesn't change anything, because either way, this person is not serious. This connection is not serious. They're coming in with the wrong energy. They're coming in all hot and heavy, but then, you know, when I'm trying to communicate my emotions, my feelings, they're gone again. So what's the point? It doesn't change anything, right? If I try and dig around and find out more and what they did, and it's not even worth it, right? I just need to keep moving forward. I've got a much clearer path ahead of me. So clarifying the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, you have the King of Pentacles. So yeah, we've got everyone on the table, okay? I love how you got the swords, the cups, and the pentacles all in kings, right? So that shows, wow, like a serious upgrade of energy. But anyway, so you could be dealing with an earth sign, or you could be, this could simply be your energy. But I feel like, especially with it clarifying the Seven of Pentacles here, this is the energy that you are trying to align to, right? Because you're aware that, oh, I was so invested in other people, I was so, you know, I was using up so much time and energy building up others that I forgot to really focus on building up myself, right? So that's your focus now, is getting yourself to this space, right? So you feel complete, like, because currently you're in the Queen of Pentacles state, which is very good. Like, that's very emotionally nurturing, abundant, you know. Some are very dependable, some are very compassionate, right? But now you're like, okay, I've got that aspect down, but now I really want to focus on, you know, being able to provide for myself, okay? So really working on my financial security and stability, working on my material abundance on that level, because I feel like I have the emotional and the, you know, the sort of energetic abundance down, but now I need to really focus on the material abundance now. So that's going to be my focus. And you have the Two of Cups in reverse. So yeah, I feel like you're not willing to pour so much of your energy into situations that are not reciprocated, into connections that are not reciprocal, right? Because you're like, what's the point? It doesn't make sense. Like, it's just, I'm giving, and it's just, I'm getting nothing back, and it's not going anywhere. So what's the point? Like, you're like, I'm not willing to do this anymore. If that's the case, I'd rather pour that water back into myself, pretty much. So you're not doing it. And this is not just about relationships. This is all connections that feel very one-sided, right? You're not doing it anymore. You're pulling back your energy. You're pulling back your love and giving it to yourself, right? Which is very powerful. And I think that a lot of you have struggled with that for a long time, because you feel like, oh, I can't do that, that's selfish, and yeah, I know it's one-sided, but they need me, and you know, all of this crap that you used to tell yourself, right? But you're coming to realize that no, like, you don't actually owe anyone anything, right? Yes, it's good to love unconditionally, it's good to be there for people, it's good to be a support, you know, and help people through hard times. Of course, you should want to do that. I'm not saying don't do that, but when it's very one-sided and the person is taking advantage of your kindness, of your loving nature, of you constantly being a support, that's where you have to cut it out, right? That's not healthy. That becomes a codependent situation, right? That's not good. Okay, so clarifying the Nine of Swords here, you have the Wheel of Fortune in reverse and the Four of Cups in reverse. You've got the Four of Cups in reverse again. So yeah, I think you're kind of realizing that no good will come from you getting caught up in your head over what has already passed, yeah? It's like what we were saying before, it's just basically being reiterated that you can't move forward if you're focused on the past. You have to release it, and then you'll see the Wheel of Fortune turning in your favor. But while you hold yourself hostage to this circumstance, you know, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, if you don't cut your energetic ties with this situation, you will not move forward, essentially. So you have to let go. That's basically what's being said here. Because I feel like it's like, at this point, there's nothing coming in. There's nothing coming in regards to this situation that will offer you the opportunity, right, to get things on track, to get this emotional connection back together, right? It's just not geared that way at this point. There's nothing within this connection that's gonna allow for a healthy relationship or a healthy new beginning, right? Because simply the ingredients is just not there right now. I'm not saying it'll never happen, who knows? But as it stands right now, it's just not coming together, because I think the person, whoever you're dealing with, I mean, I don't really see their energy so much here, only a little bit with the Knight of Wands there possibly, but I feel like whoever you were dealing with could be a past relationship or family member, friend, a flatmate, could be about just about anyone really, but whoever you was dealing with, who you had a very strong emotional connection to, they're not willing to invest in this. Like, whether they made that clear to you or not, they're not turning up at all. So it's time to release yourself from that and focus on the future. Focus on bringing yourself into this energy, right? And balancing logic with, hard logic with your intuition, right? When you can balance, when your hard logic and your intuition is both operating at this level and is working, you know, in unison, I mean, my gosh, it's powerful, okay? That's when you're going to be operating at a level that you've never even experienced before. And that's where you're moving. This is in your reading now, okay? So this is showing that this is what's being cleared out in order to bring you to this new level of awareness and being, okay? So it's very, very transformative. And that's the thing, all of the signs are going through a huge transformation of some description right now. And for you, Cancer, I feel like you're coming back to yourself. You are healing a lot of your wounds from the past, which have affected you very deeply, very emotionally. And you're healing your inner child so you can come back into this space of being just a pure bundle of love, which the world so desperately needs right now. But coupling that with this purity and wisdom that you've acquired from your experience. So that's a very powerful combination. That's like the perfect balance, essentially, okay? So this is awesome. Like, this is something to be looking forward to, right? So no need to look at the past anymore. All right, so I hope this helped you. Do let me know your thoughts in the comments. If you enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. And yeah, I am looking forward to seeing how this journey progresses for you. But just know that you're on the right path, so keep going. And you have me cheering you on in the background, okay? So yeah, I wish you all the best, lots of love, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye.